Yeah.
In the 70s, people had there were also veganists in that time, and in the 60s and even earlier. But then you were very alternative, and now we can show we are people of the world. And
that's what I just want to say, Jacques. It's like exactly what that yoga teacher said to you, like, you too much of this world, but you got to be of this world. Because in this world, we need to inspire other people. It's easy to be vegan when you're sitting on some kind of cave somewhere in India, like away from the world, like, oh, look at me, I meditate every day and I'm vegan. But bringing it out to the cities. We both live in big cities. You live in Rotterdam, I live in Amsterdam, New York City, you know. All the big cities that's where the real work starts.
Yeah, and when you have a family, you can't meditate all day.
Yeah.
And, it's impossible.
And especially when you have a family in Corona time. And I mean, you're back to school now, but you know, you've had all the homeschooling and stuff. It's really nothing but respect. I mean, it's been a crazy time for everyone. So,
but it's also not that different for us. I can still do my work with a regulation there is. I notice them, and I live like that. But I never was going to any parties and to all restaurants and four-way vacations and things like that. I never did it. I've got 4 animals at home, and all rescue. And we don't have the money to go 3 times. And we live here in an area where that's very normal. We're living in an area here in Rotterdam where are some very rich people, and they're living that kind of life. It's so weird. It's really weird, I think. And so I don't.
You were never a holiday person, Jacques, right? You were
never really.
No. I remember that.
No, that's true.
Yeah. No. You're never. That's something that always surprised me. Like, how could you not be? But I remember that from you. I think you just enjoy being home.
Yeah, I love being home, surrounded with animals, and but I would love now. At the first lockdown, things were changing. The air was clean. The water was cleaner. All that kind of things. And I thought, oh, maybe this is the change we need.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lockdown was over, and everyone went crazy on vacation to cafes and restaurants and that kind of things.
Yeah.
And I was so disappointed in a way. I was really a bit depressed about it a few weeks. And then I thought, I have to let go of that feeling, because it's not a feeling I want to have, and it makes me bitter, and I don't want to be bitter.
No, exactly.
And I had turned the look over to myself again, and thought, what can I do to make
but that's beautiful.
the world better? And so the idea of going to live tiny is one goal of me now. My children don't like that at all. They don't want to leave this house or Rotterdam. They want to go to school, and I understand that they don't want that. So now it's when it happens in the area of Rotterdam, so they can live their normal life in a way, but we could live more tiny, with less things around us, less possession, more freedom, also financially. And my husband is an illustrator, and we're doing fine, but it's always uncertain what our income is, and I'm kind of how do you call it? Senseless about money.
It's a good word.
But my husband, it can worry him, and it gives him sleepless nights, worrying about how do we have to finance these or that, and I'm always thinking, it will come. Everything will fall on his 4 feet. Like it's a Dutch saying. Yeah, and that's a kind of naive, of course, but
but it's also trusting. It's also like saying, I trust the universe. I mean, like Miguel and I also have these kind of conversations, you know. It's like you also have to trust the universe, and making your life more compact is also, I think, in a spiritual and emotional way, nice. You know, like I think this whole tiny house thing, like really, I love it. I love the idea of it.
And it's not about the trend, the tiny house. It's about living with less, and inspire people to do that. And I work as an interior designer also. I moved it very brief. And now I had a client who did that, who successful people, 2 young children, and they lived in here in that rich area here in Rotterdam. They had a big house, and they now got back to a more it's not an apartment, it's 2-level, but with 4 people and a dog. You need a bit space, a bit more than the tiny living, what you can do on your own or with a partner. But when you have teenagers, they have they need their own space also. But they downsized. And great. I think, I need more. That's so inspiring.
The more space you get too, right? And it's also in interior design, you can see that as well. Like I feel that too. Like, you know, it's just cluttered with stuff. Just the decluttering of that is also a process.
And I'm lucky. Most of my clients, they're really nice people, and they hire me to help them to make a peaceful home, where they feel safe and peaceful. And they're very durable about about the things they buy or had. These are not the people who buy every season another interior. They buy it for the next 10-15 years.
That as well.
And that's nice. But a very great step to make in interior design and business is the durability, and also to veganize it. There is a lot of wool, a lot of leather, cheap materials, cheap labor, and that should change. And I'm looking for that kind of things, and sometimes I find them, but it's often that there isn't a good alternative.
There's not an alternative conscious choice towards.
And that's sad. but also that will grow.
Yeah, hopefully,
in fashion, it is
exactly.
for growing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But basically, everything should be less. Everything. We don't not consume that much anymore in all levels.
Yeah. No, I think this is a beautiful ending to our chat. Yeah. It's like more is less for sure. When you walk your dog, have a vegan conversation with your neighbors.
Yeah.
And deal with your teenagers the way you do. But no, it was really lovely. And again, like I have so much love and respect for you and the way you live your life. And, because I think, you are also being an activist, as a mother, as, even what you're saying about the interior designing and as a director, like it's always there. So I think that's very inspiring, and that's a very amazing thing. That's also why I wanted to share this with the world and with the listeners, because I think, we need to kind of step away from separating. Like, I know we wear different hats, but we are still the same person. Like, and I think when you've become sort of ethically to a certain point, you just cannot let that go in your other ways of life,
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So thank you so much, Jacques, for your time and your views on life. It was really, really nice to listen to it. And I hope the listeners also enjoyed it. And so Jacques, me and Frank were working on a video clip, which is going to be live streamed on the 5th of March, if all goes well, because we've been stopped by the virus, stopped by the snow.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, what's going to happen next? But, if all goes well.
It will happen.
It will happen. It's happening for sure. But we'll put it in also in the notes. So everybody who is listening and are interested in checking it out on YouTube, please join us. It's going to be live streamed, and more information is in Frank's episode. Anyway, we talk a little bit more about what it's all about. But thanks so much for your time, Jacques. And thank you everyone for listening. And Jacques, do you want to say one more thing?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It's been an honor. And it's been an honor. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really, really special. And well, guys, everybody for listening, thank you so much for being with me and Jacques here. And you know the drill: be good to yourself, be good to others, especially the animals. Bye-bye, guys.